Frost, thank you for popping in. I'm gonna go ahead and run our first ad to get rid of it so we don't have to deal with it. But then we'll pop into the game. Thank you for coming by. Okay, there we go. Hello, folks. My name is Sharon. Welcome to the stream. We are... I can do things. Sorry about being late for stream. I was working on my other project that I've got going, and I just lost track of time. But hello, Naricon. Hello, Frost. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope your day's been well. Today's been good for me. We're continuing the adventures of my potato, Momo Jigaimo. You folks will have to let me know if the volume is weird today or whatnot. The goal is to do some main story quest. And also do the... Actually, I'm wondering, do we want to do the Final Fantasy XI crossover thing first? I think we might want to. What do I have set as my... Okay, I've got that set as my home. I think this one's in Limsa. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, because once we get started on more main story quests, I'm going to want to focus on that for the time being. And I'm pretty sure... Dude! Dancers! We can unlock Dancer now! I might... We're already level 62 on Kel. I'm sorry, on Momo. I might get Dancer and like go back and forth between that and Dragoon. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe I'll just finish out this DLC with Dragoon, and then I'll pick up Dancer for the next DLC. True, I can unlock Gunbreaker. Jesus, there's so many people here. I should have expected that. I can unlock Gunbreaker. I'm pretty sure this is the right zone, right? Is that... Wait. Am I a dummy? Is that event not started yet? It is a little bit of a magfest. Or a lagfest, rather. Okay, no, I was right. That event is going. It started the 8th. Where is... Okay, tell me where to find the NPC, please. A Journey to Remember. Okay. Alright, it is that one. Okay. Here. Alrighty. I do kind of wish I knew more about Final Fantasy XI than I do. Oh wait, no, not the... I'm looking for the Mender, not the... Rimumu. A Journey to Remember. Rimumu has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction.
Excuse me, miss. Do you have a moment? I'm Rimumu with the Harbor Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-traveled adventurers I've heard so much about. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumors of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Peter Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbor Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That's where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start.
I haven't done this on any other characters apart from my main, and that was like at least in 2020. It's been a hot minute.
you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was here just a few bells ago, or so I was told.
You know what's funny is I can tell that's actually this potato has the same hairstyle that my main Keldrid does, which it's very funny. It's just a different color.
Look over there. Could it be?
Begging your pardons, please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we're close to Sabina, or perhaps Mara? I fear I'm hopelessly lost.
Sabina, Mara. Sorry, dear, but you're on the east shore of Villebrand, eastern Lenosha to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveler that's been the talk of the taverns as of late? You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea from what I've heard.
Kind of makes you think they're twins, maybe. Yes, I hail from the Far East, but Villebrand? Lenosha? I cannot recall such names. Though, truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings.
By Beauregard's beard, you mean you've lost your memory?
I remember my name is Iroha. I'm training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I am still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... Forgive me. It's hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of Master and a powerful technique I labor to perfect, Amatsu Kyori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission.
Interesting you to remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you.
Recalling my mission by first recalling Master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one.
This is the scoop I've been looking for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission? What if we're in danger? This isn't some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know. But she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. Help her so we can get to the bottom of this. Here, take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost, now will it?
Your kindness is greatly appreciated, thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I'm sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mention that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. Dang it, I can't already be yawning. If the creatures here are similar, I would very much like to try my hand against them.
And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now, don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps she should rest in Limsa where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates.
I forgot how colorful the coral are. They look like eggs. To begin her training, Iroha would challenge the robber crabs of Costa del Sol, fight by her side and see she is not overwhelmed. A fledgling adventurers who would fight crabs like these to better themselves. I pray our training is as successful as theirs was. Robber crab. do rather feel like this crossover would mean a great deal more to me if I knew anything about FF11. But, oh well.
I believe that will suffice for now.
Fighting alongside such a seasoned warrior has been educational. I am grateful that you chose to accompany me. So, Momo, I have a headcanon that she's actually the younger sister of my main character, Kel. And in my head, Momo is not the actual Warrior of Light, she's just a scion with the Echo, and Kel is the real Warrior of Light, but that's just me. Training at the beach was invigorating. It's been too long since I enjoyed such sport. Dang it. I don't mean to keep yawning. I had plenty of sleep. Fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war, I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells, swing after swing, over and over again, I could easily spend days, or even weeks at a time battling them. If only I could remember who suggested this training regimen. Opit Stone Shard. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin. It may have some connection with Iroha's lost memories. Oh my, what a peculiar stone! I sense something within it. Something familiar. Something dark. A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows, long dead, yet somehow resurrected. The fate of a realm hanging in the balance. I remember. And yet, I'm not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would Master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect Amatsu Kyori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hockey Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. Those creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we're finished, we can meet in the nearby town. Pichu! In my headcanon, the hero started off with actually a Garland in disguise who fled from his homeland and tried to settle with the life as an adventurer, but got roped up into the Scion's noble goals when they found out he has the Echo. Yeah, no, it's a really, I do enjoy the fact that there's room to play with our characters because there's not much told about them. They're not being given a backstory, is what I mean. So there's room to play around with this stuff. Keldred I had leaving her home not to really become an adventurer, but to deliver some books from her father's family to folks in Limsa and Gridania. and she just got caught up in everything. Her plan was just to deliver the stuff and then take a few jobs, get a little bit of money, and then go home. And of course that didn't happen. And then Momo found out later on that Kel had become a scion and a warrior of light, and was like, I want to go see my cousin. And she also got caught up in stuff and things. Hello, Your Highness. Thank you for coming to say hi. I hope your day's going well. We are poking at some FF14. Now, if only this fate would pop sometime soon, so I could continue with what I was doing. But I hope you're having a fantastic night, everyone. Eh? Good, good. Sorry, I heard the door sound? Okay, yeah, it was the door sound. Oh, hey! Our girl is here. So I'm guessing that the thing's about to start. You're about to do a cat pun? Araha is surprised to find that the Void Set near Hockey Manor are a reminiscent of demons from an old story she knows well. Join her in battle and help her defeat the fiends. Minions of the Shadow Lord? From whence did they come? Demons. They call to mind another old story. To surpass his limits, a great samurai once fought such beings. Perhaps by defeating these demons, I can do the same. It would seem we've driven them back. Alas, I could scarcely match your pace. This will not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly. Alright, well, see you in the city, babe. So, initially when I created Kel, it's a story I think I've told on stream a few times, but basically, Kel was based off of an original character who herself was based off of Keldria of Mindolin from The Protector of the Small Books by Tamara Pierce. So I really wanted her to use a glaive, Keldrid, when I made her, but the closest you can get is a lancer.
Thank you once again for aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat.
Aura Stone Shard. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin. It may have some connection with Aroha's lost memories. You found yet another strange stone. Yet, yes, it radiates with a warmth much like the last, but the color is... Wait, do you hear that? A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together, and we were not alone. No, I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting, but what business would I, a lonely student, have undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty, but now I have your light to guide me. You brought me yet another step closer to completing my training, and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills. The Sigoli Desert. If what I was told was true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together, I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take the hard-earned rest in Ul'dah. Anyway, after some gruesome fights against Xenos, the Garlean believed that the worst was over. Amigo and decided to continue helping push his own countrymen back into Elysium. Possessed by the very man he assumed dead and was brutalized, since the sky was down at that one point. Ah, yes. I mean, it definitely sounds like a really, really fascinating backstory. I'd assume that although he's that your character is what's the word? Is being forced to work for the Garleans. Obviously he can't be fully genetically Garlean, or you know, he wouldn't be able to use either. While investigating rumors of a sinister creature, Aroha finds herself face to face with Surkat, a fearsome beast of legend. Join forces with Aroha and see if the monstrosity lives up to its reputation. Use letter brought to Karen Ishgard. That's the way there. To think that we managed to defeat such a foe. And yet, I find there's still something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home. Oh, did that not count? Dang, nabbit, that didn't count! Young lady, get back here! I got a silver grade for the fate. Dang, nabbit. Oh well. What happens, happens. I suppose I could sort my inventory while I wait, but I don't wanna. Wait, is Dalamud just not in the sky anymore? I thought my man's Bahamut was resealed and put back up there. More memories are restored to Araha, but they are not what she expects. A long journey with a young female companion, a multitude of battles, and comrades beyond counting. She cannot understand why a student would embark on such arduous travels. She suspects the answer lies in other memories, and is more determined than ever to complete her training. Not long before your arrival, she heard talk of a terrible beast in the Sigilli Desert, whose strength is impossible to gauge. Seeing this as a perfect opportunity to sharpen her skills, she wastes no time in heading to southern Thanalan. Is this even gonna... I mean, it's not a... Well, here, let me... Oh, this would actually look... Honestly, even with the current outfit my potato has on... Yeah, this is actually pretty flattering, all things considered. What do the bottoms look like on my potato? Ah. I may very well turn at least part of this into a glam. Oh shoot, I have to go back there to get the thing so I can fly. That's why I had returned there. The thing is that I don't want to teleport away because goodness knows that the second I do is when the fate is going to pop. Well, what useful stuff can I do here? Anything? Oh! Hello! Well, I'm glad that didn't take too long. I know that fiend, those jagged pincers dripping with venom. It is Serket, an infamous beast and slayer of countless men. That's a good thing we're both women, huh? Come, let us bring an end to its legend and see ours grow in its wake. No, that's really cool, Narukon. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love hearing about other people's like takes on the Warrior of Light. I appreciate the fact that the game doesn't force us to have like a specific backstory too. Like that definitely makes it a lot easier for people to do what they want with their warriors of light. This music is really taking a very heavy hand from, like, obviously I know that a lot of the music is the same composer throughout the Final Fantasy series, but it has a lot in common with 7 and 8 as far as like melodies go. Okay, good time. Let's head back to old, so by the time even Dawn Trail runs around, I think Kel would be so completely done with like so much of it, and so like throughout much of Endwalker, she's just kind of struggling with her responsibilities. I mean, that was the case in Shadowbringers and stuff too, but like after Shadowbringers ended and like the new stuff popped up during Endwalker, I feel like she got really discouraged and just tired. Because she never went into any of this wanting to be anything special. But obligation and whatnot.
There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary Serket. If not for you, I would be but one of countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting. Not poisonous, venomous. Remember, kids, poison is ingested, venom is injected. Poison is consumed. Or a stone shard. A slightly luminous stone of unknown origin. It may have some connection with Iroha's last memories. Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle, forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation. It all makes sense now. The pitched battle, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. Oh. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within the stone have removed all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remembered my home, Vana'diel. It's not some territory or continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it's all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I now understood how to wield Amatsu Kyori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well.
But first, I must see my training through to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I've learned. Today is the day I wield the power of Hamatsukyoshi. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Lumsalaminsa. Alrighty, let's see how this one goes. With her memories restored, the time has come for Roha to wield a Matsukyoshi in battle. Help her to defeat the dread dragon and its void-sent minion, that she might harness the power within. On your guard. I sense a dark presence. There! And it's not alone. But I'm not alone either. I will deal with the dragon. Pray attend to the eye. I struck true, and yet it's unharmed? I'm nearing my limit. No, I did not call the cup this far to fail now. I will return to my world. To Master. The power, it fills me. The power of Matsukyoshi. Come, Momo, it begins! What a weird dog. At last, my training is complete, and it's all thanks to you. You're always there to keep me on the path. We've known each other for 5 minutes, ma'am. I'd speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for them Saliminsa. At last, the power of Amatsu Kyoto is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital! My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, on a world known as Vana'diel. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time, to escape to the past before darkness had consumed it all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal, whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I am still forgetting something else important. Something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it'll come back to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Ramumu? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well. Okay. I cannot shake the feeling that I am once again forgetting something, but I suppose it will not matter when I return. Oh, how I long to once more fight at Master's side. I'm assuming the Master's dead. Knowing nothing about any of this, that's my assumption. Aroha told me the good news. Wrong voice, sorry.
Aroha told me the good news. Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging at crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea?
Well, you're gonna get a story one way or the other.
And you say you went back in time, trying to save your world?
Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None save for mine, that is. Fate intervened, and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vana'diel. That is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next day I woke, I was here. To be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful.
You were close then?
Master was like family to me, and an exceptional warrior besides. I spent my entire life striving to become such a hero, and to live up to the legends I so fondly remember.
It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is, until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vana'diel. It was home to 3 great nations: the Kingdom of San Dioria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Republic of Windurst. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife, they returned to a single hero, my master. Be it a demon of rage-seeking vengeance, or a spiteful god our oblivion, Master was always there to pull us back from the brink of oblivion. So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vana'diel's greatest hero will live on. I can see the building stones of 14 in the screenshots from 11. It's interesting. There's little wonder these stories were the first to spring back to mind. I've all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always... Oh, please excuse me. For a moment, when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master, and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people. I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream. But for me, this world is the dream, and now it is time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I will be home, in Vana'diel, once more at Master's side. Master's side, I can words, I'm sorry. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything. Give me your clothes! Now that I'm looking at it, the cloud's starting to look like foreshadowing for Talantra's alliance raids. You know what? You might be right. It would seem I'm not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess? If it is by her will, then so shall it be. I vow to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world. Now, you want the game before yours if you want Dreaming Worlds. Sorry, bud. There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventure from another world, traveling back in time to save her people. Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Peter. But for her sake, I hope she finds her way home, wherever that might be. I mean, given that later on, several of those things are similar. It is not an impossible thing to happen in this universe, let me put it that way. Small talk. Thank you for helping me with the story on Aroha. I only wish the information we obtained from it was worth the trouble. A time-traveling warrior from another world? Who would believe such a thing? There's no way I could proclaim it to be true, but it did make for a nice piece of fiction in the papers. Better luck next time, huh?
Sorry, I had to get myself resituated. Well, now that that's over with, let's go ahead and go turn this in. Turn this in real quick, and then go talk to Tataru. The thing is that I'm so interested in the lore and the story of Final Fantasy XI, but the gameplay looks... no thank you. Good day to you, adventurer. What can I do for you? The sigil on this pennon is so battle-worn that it's barely recognizable as that of House Halinar. The battle standard of the Steel Vigil. Charred by flame, just as I remember. Though there's much I wish I could not remember from that day. In the wake of the calamity, we were all but defenseless, and Savannah and Savat saw fit to give us no quarter. I should hope to never again see a battle so bloody. He laid down his life for our nation, for the few of us who escaped with our lives, a true leader to the bitter end, and I will always treasure the years spent under him. But I'm not worthy of a memento such as this. Though she may be reluctant to accept it, Lady Lania should be the one to have this. I realize she has her own way to deal with grief, but I suspect that's why she did not attend the ceremony. But in all my years serving House Halinar, they have never been the sort to simply let go of family. Please, friend, take the battle standard to her. Ah, that's right, I cannot fly here, alas. Okay, no, I'm not... I can't put that on my favorites, it's too big. It's just too large. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Nope. Thank you. Goodness. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. Goodness. Thank you. I've come to realize that the large mounts are fun, but I just don't like them for everyday use. They feel slower and clunky, and they take up too much of the screen. Hello there, Momo. Is there something you need? The battle standard from the Steel Vigil. You're too kind. This is the most unexpected gift. How the fuck do you say that? Claudebam was a good man, always ready to put his men's needs before his own. They were a family, and they mourned his loss like family. Though I wish they had not followed Francel's example. He insisted on a post in Central Kurthus, hoping to avenge him someday, and Claude's men were quick to follow suit. But I refused to dwell in the past, grieving at gatherings year after year. It's not what he would have wanted. Nay, he would have me live my own life and fulfill my own dreams. His passing was a great loss to our house, but such hardships are not unfamiliar to us. Times are hard, but we will move forward, and in time, Ishgard will become the great nation he believed it could be, free of war. Oh? No, this is another one. Lania seeks an adventure with a delicate touch. Excuse me, Mama. A moment of your time, if I may? I recently received a special request for assistance with zoological research, but I'm at a loss as to how to fulfill it. Are you familiar with Gallicats? They bear a striking resemblance to kittens, but with wings. An acquaintance of mine is writing an article on their physiology Excuse me, sorry. And requires a sample of their wings for her work. Their sweet appearance belies a rather nasty temperament, and if it were simply a matter of slaying them, I would handle it myself. The problem, however, is that taking a proper sample requires a delicate touch, a certain finesse that is beyond the capabilities of my men and myself. Because they are so fragile, you may not obtain a proper sample from the first you found, but I have no doubt a woman of your talents can procure a wing of immaculate quality. I realize this is a rather personal request, but I would be forever in your debt. Unfortunately, it's time to go kill a kitty. A Gaelic kitty, rather. They really are so cute looking. Why do you have to make baby kitty noises? I'm sorry. He's just a little guy. Yeah. Alas and alack. How fares your search? I realize obtaining an undamaged Galacat wing is no easy feat. The leathery membrane of this Galacat is in pristine condition, a perfect specimen for study. My, what an extraordinary find! I am pleased to see your persistence has paid off. With this, she can resume her work on Cloudkin. Ah, how forgetful of me not to mention it sooner. This sample is meant for Heavensward, the renowned naturologist. She's hard at work on a new article for the New Eorzean Geographic, and requested a sample be delivered with the utmost haste. You can be sure she will hear it was I can words. You can be sure she will hear it was the incomparable Momo Jigaimo who made possible her latest work on Cloudkin. Alright then. Time to tackle the actual story. Sorry, I was checking a thing. Okay. No, I suppose I might as well unlock the clan hunting stuff real quick. Because all it is you just talk to two people, I think. Let the clan hunt begin. Etienne is looking you up and down and grinning. Well, 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 what have we here? You look like you've seen a scrap or two. The name's Etienne, and I'm a proud member of Clan Centurio, the toughest band of warriors this side of the steppes. You'll have heard of the hunt, right? The Grand Companies run it, and the rest of Eorzea, but up here, it's the clan's concern. We followed the same system, but we're free to pick our own marks. Reckon you've got the speed, the strength, and the heart to take down some of the most ferocious fiends this side of the seventh hell? If you think you're up to the challenge, head downstairs and have a word with Hydaelyn. He'll fill you in on some of the details. I figured I might as well get done with this. It's just unlocking it. Good day to you, young lady. How may I be of service? Oh, so you fancy trying your hand at the hunt, do you? Well, if ATN reckons you're up to it, it isn't for an old man like me to say otherwise. Me and him are members of Clan Centurio, a ragtag band of glory hunters, mercenaries, and has-beens, brought together by Ser Lodaste, one of the Ishgard's most noble of nobles. Whenever a monster grows too big for its boots, we're the ones who risk our necks to take it down. It doesn't matter who you are, or where you come from. As long as you can wield a weapon and you don't fear death, you'll always be welcome in the clan. Take me, for instance. I was born 1,000 miles from here, but now I'm the one showing the new recruits the ropes. So how about it, young lady? Will you be joining us in the hunt? If the fame and the glory is not enough for you, perhaps the rich rewards on offer might change your mind? Then welcome to the clan. What was your name again? Momo, is it? Alright, then I'll put your name in the book. Now, I suppose you'll be wanting to take a look at some of our marks. Head up those stairs and out the door. The clan hunt board is on the wall outside, round to the left. You'd better stick to the level 1 marks for the nonce. No point running before you can walk. I'll just take a second to unlock that. I don't really have any interest in hunts, but I'd rather unlock it stuff as we go. Woo! Better bill hunting. Eustacia thinks you're ready to hit new heights in your hunting career. So you're Momo, are you? I can see why that old rogue ITN signed you up. You've got the fire of a born hunter burning in your eyes. I'll wager those level 1's marks don't offer much of a challenge to a burly girl like you. You'll be wanting to spice things up a little, am I right? Then what are you waiting for? Head down to Hydaelyn and tell him you're ready for more. Oh, so Eustacia reckons you're ready to move on to bigger and better things, does she? If that girl had her way, we'd be throwing babes to the river to sort out the swimmers from the sinkers. Still, she might be onto something this time. Alright, I'll give you a chance. The level 2 marks ain't nothing to be sniffed at, understand? Let your guard down even for an instant, and they'll hand you your posterior to you on a platter. Take a look at the clan hunt board, and you'll see what kind of beasts I'm talking about. If they have me do this again, I'm gonna be mad. I swear to God, do not. Okay, thank you. It would seem that the Forgotten Knight was spared the worst of the earlier chaos.
Momo, Alphino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you.
And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets?
Gilberlant and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel.
A queer moniker if I've ever heard one, but mayhap it will make an individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. mongrel. Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here.
Eh? What's that? Speak up, I can't hear as well as I used to. I don't know a goddamn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you.
This is it's a rather impolite way to go around making this request, I think. Ah! My children's are down here.
At first, the people here were a bit standoffish, but with a little effort and a lot of parley, I've managed to make plenty of friends.
Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would have not evaded capture for so long without the mass's complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tatara's ears are as sharp as ever. Oh no!
If you haven't yet, you should learn the Manderville art of parley. It's surprisingly effective, so long as you stick to the topics you know well. For example, the other day I was discussing the copper ore market with this one gentleman.
Gee, I wonder who. The spice of life. Alphino is not one to be so easily deterred. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibrelant knows aught of value? As a proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard the whispers of the monk before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. I mean, we are outsiders who are known to consort with one of the high houses, asking for people who may be going against the Holy See. No shit, we're not getting much info from people. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Momo. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So, it happens there's a hunter up in Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? Loose lips sink ships. So you're Gibrelont's errand girl. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Anyway, I hope he accepts how much trouble I had to go through on the account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Well, you gonna hand them over or not?
This nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest it is most likely not poisonous.
Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are few things which stir the heart of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. I think... yeah.
Noble indiscretions. Gilberlant has a faraway look in his eye.
Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hearthia is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Hello, my beans! Beans who I will eventually do stuff with, I'm sure, when the time comes. I am happy that NPCs that are relevant to other quests do show up in universe at times. They're just sort of in-world, even if you don't know anything about them. I don't know, I find that kind of fun.
Yes, I'm Hearthia. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss?
This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices, for delivery to one Hearthia.
I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. It's such a shame she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not uncommon occurrence, but when it was with a heir made it so much more, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. And after she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Gods, it feels like a lifetime ago. I mean, finding out that the Elysian here are racist isn't a surprise, exactly. It's definitely very in character for them. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the woman and child who lived it, though. A child apart. Gilberlant's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it would be him.
Sorry, Momo.
Halone's blessing be upon you, miss. A gift? For me? This scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. It was that love which gave her child strength to endure the score of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember the days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists.
It's interesting that there seems to only be certain chunks of Elezen here that have black hair or brown hair. So many of them, their hair is white or blonde.
She was a remarkable woman, Momo. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Bloodlines. Gilberlant has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's a legacy of our parents, Momo, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it all, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair.
Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though.
Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't into the room. Did you think I'd just tell you 'cause you asked nicely? Have you made any progress, Momo? So our mongrel was born of an Elezen noblewoman and a Hydaelyn maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Fire and blood. Alphino is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Momo. I have a premonition that this is not going to end well.
Oh, so not on this level. Got it. You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either?
Wah! I'm sorry! Forgot I said anything!
Wait! Down there! Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her! Quickly! Momo, after them!
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
She definitely did, kick the hornet's nest.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
I'm sorry, Alphino, but that is the exact type of uppity behavior that they are going to not respond well to.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Welcome, one of my favorite characters in the game.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
They didn't much care for my story about the weathered cane.
For once, it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hands, I dare not think about what would have ensued. Whatever you've got to say it. I've got my eye on you. Yeah. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, huh? The Forgotten Night, say. Did I go completely the wrong? Well, no. I'm still getting there at the end of the day. The other route might have been faster, though. Oh?
If you're nervous, I could try parlaying with them on our behalf. Perhaps they'd be interested in techniques for working Luan logs, or maybe the tale of the cursed Gladius. Oh, I know! The legendary skillet. Everyone loves that one.
Given that she's learning Manderville type style, I'm wondering if the skillet has anything to do with Hildy's mom. I think it best if you take the lead on this time, Momo. Tatara may be good with managing people back home, but here, not so much.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thornton and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Not simple, just has more honor than good sense.
Wow! Seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
I want to kill you and your dumbass lipstick.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do.
Yeah, no, that's...
Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I can't wait for you to die.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here your toys could hurt someone.
Is anyone gonna help the dude that got yeeted? If it's a fight you want, then come and get it! My, such fury. Patience, my queen. We've only just begun. Kill the rebels! Damn, there's no end to them! It seems you're beyond reason. How marvelous.
You disgust me.
I suppose now's as good a time as any. Stop this, all of you! It is madness! Why are you fighting? Lord Rushafot! Over here! How fitting. The noble bastard and the mongrel bitch. This muggle bitch is gonna put a bullet between your eyes. That one needs to die first.
Malone, guide my sword.
Hushafon, don't stand in the bed! I say as I then stand in some bed.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough! Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better. I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he?
This DLC is just Alphino getting bullied.
Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Doesn't stop feeding him humble pie. Yeah, for real. Hoo-hoo! You didn't have to give that highborn scum what for! That was a sight for sore eyes, that was. Bugger me if you did everything they say. How in the hell did you do that thing with the other thing? So descriptive, sir. I never liked him. Not since his days as an Inquisitor. He took far too much pleasure in his work. Time is of the essence, Momo. We must move quickly before they discern our intent.
I had not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement. Not as enemies, at any rate. First Sir Grinno and Sir Polycrane, and now this Cherubur character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad?
Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than half the lords and ladies on high. None of them are well-bred. Hells, some of them, their mothers, were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Same story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Hollownair. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. I do thoroughly enjoy the fact that Hilda is like almost immediately, fuck it, we ball. I do not relish the thought of facing the Temple Knights in battle, but what other choice do we have? Oh man. Are we already coming up to that? Am I gonna do that? Am I gonna do that dungeon, this level, or this stream? Oh boy. A knight's calling. Now that all the players are assembled, Hilda is eager to get on with it. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But that nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckon it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing at first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavensward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. Don't worry, I'm waiting for you there, and I'll have your back when you're ready. Oh, Naricon, I appreciate it. Then, I actually took off tomorrow off work tomorrow as a precaution for some stuff that's going on in my real life. So I might actually get to this tonight. We'll see how this goes. But the Heavensward schemes did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they've been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast. So, what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that, we need the cooperation of their allies in their service. And that what makes you think I have friends in high places? You'd be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swear fealty only out of a desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with that new threat, a massing of heretics, for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' latest assault. If the High Houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it's decided. To the vault! The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty.
Did you see that way she wielded that weapon of hers? Maybe I should get one for my own protection.
Gods help me, I think we might just do this. With allies such as this, we cannot fail. One chance only, Momo. Make it count. So, what happens if we win? You seriously mean to attack the vault, then, do you? As in, charge her screaming and swinging steel? Bloody hells. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Isidian and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light, together with Lord Harshaphant and Master Alphino. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest level of the vault, even until the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavensward realize your intent, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Oh, I might actually want to go to the teleporting space to do that. It would seem we must again come to blows with the Heavensward. We emerged from the trial by combat relatively unscathed, but I pray we are a match for the whole of their order. I would be lying if I said the idea of drawing my blade in the vault does not give me pause. But a knight lives to serve, and there is no greater cause for a knight than to serve the life of his fellow man. If I must brandish sword and shield in those hallowed halls to do it, then so be it. Alright.
Hey, hi, hello.
Now, this part is not... Isn't there like an event before the actual dungeon is released? Or the dungeon's unlocked? Or am I misremembering? The others are in position, Mistress Momo. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Ah! Or I could just speak with them and unlock it. Alright. Should we join party? To make sure we're in the same group for this?
Okay.
I so rarely do the party thing.
Okay.
Although, I suppose if you're max level, I guess we could unsync it. Do you think that's possible, or should we find other players? Whatever you feel like doing. I also don't want to put you on the spot. Might as well... Yeah, we... Stop on those holier-than-thou nights. Indeedy. If you ever want to join Voice Neurocon, I can get onto the the cafe Discord maybe. But also don't feel obligated. Into voice? Sure. Or I'll just join voice with you, maybe.
Ahoy!
Here we are. Let me just get... I do have a reactive for you. Let me get it up. Or at least I thought I did. Let me see. Sorry, what did you say?
I said, when you look it up.
Sorry, let me just do the thing. Okay, there we are. Okay. Is it okay if I don't have a reactive for this stream?
I sing you, Link, with stupid words.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Thanks for your patience with me. I appreciate it. Let's see here. There we go, we've got a bunny.
Moogle actually, Kubo.
Oh, that's right. It even says Moogle. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Let me see. Okay, let's do the thing.
Now to F shit off!
This is gonna be a bit of a power trip for you, huh? Oh. We speed running it. Oh, well, that's just impolite. I'm having flashbacks to the first time doing this with Kit. Because he was trying real hard not to spoil me. Single hit! And you took him to half.
This is why I suggested doing a Bahamut race unsync.
Yeah, no, absolutely 100%. We'll have to do those sometime soon.
You got that right.
Hopefully before Alice comes back up in the story. Maybe another Thursday? We'll talk it over off stream.
Sure.
Yeah, the last time me and Kit and them tried to do Bahamut Unsynced, it was when, I think 70 was the peak, was the max level, so a lot has changed.
This should be easier now.
Yeah.
And when Urkel comes out, it'll be even easier.
That's true, that's true. We're gonna have some very fun Ava glams after that.
I know, right?
I gotta find. Someone was sharing some screenshots of their like makeshift Ava glam, and it looked really good. I don't know what pieces they used. It was Ozka specifically. So did you say your Viera woke up in Gridania? In story? If we want a story reason for our characters teaming up, maybe they met in Gridania at some point and became Scions around the same time. Eat shit, sir. I suppose I can turn these in for whatchamacallums. Free company thingies.
Yeah.
Grand company thingies, actually. Well, no, free company. I love the design of these. It goes very much along with the English, French, very extremely Catholic. Seeing everybody as chessboards on a giant game. Oh, I see. You couldn't die before you became more of a nuisance. I get it. mean, it is a pretty view from up here.
Yep. Oh boy. This is a very tough one. How are we going to approach this?
Hoo boy. I'm remembering something about chains. It's been a hot minute since I've done this.
Filthy rats!
I'm just looking at his health.
Hey, Harley is
And now the final cut! This shall be a mercy. You disgust me.
A quarter or a fifth of the time it would usually take. Oh boy. Here we go. Thank you for doing this with me. That was actually pretty fun.
and cathartic too.
Cathartic as shit. Considering.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright. Did you want to stay on voice, or what did you feel like doing?
A little while longer until the cutscenes end.
Okay.
Oh, power! How can this be?
You're a basic bitch. That is how it can be.
Fall back!
At least wipe off your
Fall back!
wipe off your garbage lipstick, sir.
Father, please!
My boy.
For a mercy, we were not too late.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Look out!
His plot armor officially broke.
Go. Asisla awaits.
Lord Orchefort!
Can't wait until we can rip and tear these minds.
Absolutely 100%. You're gonna get what's coming to you, old man. I'm gonna make you shudder with fear before the end. Jeez, and it's eating away at it too.
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
No one has a phoenix down.
You are unharmed.
Did Grim Reaper
Forgive me.
let us use it?
I could not bear the thought of...
I mean, at least we got this.
Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
My boy. My boy. And thus begins every Warrior of Light's pathological inability to express their discomfort. Thank you for joining me for this.
No problem.
My poor son. Boy. The first time I played this, the first time that happened, I very nearly stopped playing the game. I got so upset that I didn't pick it up for several days. Alrighty. I know not what to say. The others, they're gathered at Fortemps Manor.
This is not a very good pope.
Yeah, Naricon, thank you so much for joining me for that. Not a good pope. Very not a good pope. The others are... Please enter, Mr. Sagaimo.
Don't. Please.
A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
Stoic to the max. Definitely a moment of silence.
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
Oh man. Oh, Edmund. I'm sorry. I just can't. I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Harshaphant took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits so that we may face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so we might face them as knights. The sins of antiquity. Alphinaud is lost in thought. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich. Momo, I worry for his well-being. It's been so long since I played through this part of the story that I totally forgot that Emmerich has Survivor's Guild. The heretics wreak the greatest havoc in Foundation. In war, it's inevitable the weak and powerless who are made to suffer most of all. Or it is inevitably, rather. Reports of Dravanian assaults hammer us down without cease. I fear keeping record of the destruction will soon be an impossible task. I love when my voice hits the stutter. An audience with the Lord Commander. Yes, of course. Curse these bloody horsens and piss on their swiving round table. Sir Emmerich.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal. The Founding. The Scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatosker. that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hraesvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thorden's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us.
It says a lot about the... I'm reminded of Ares, when his daughter was captured and raped. I'm reminded of that rage. It's a similar, for all that, like, she was not, may not have been sexually assaulted, Ratatoskr was violated in many meanings of the word. And to the point where she was devoured. And it just puts me to mind of that same story.
I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too-fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them?
Part of the problem is that what he's saying does make a certain amount of sense from a very cold, very calculating point of view. In a point of view where you're leaving the most emotion out of it as possible, good and bad, for the sake of, you know, the continuation of the stuff, of the society, of the civilization, it makes a certain amount of sense. But this is also a pretty lie that he himself is telling himself to cover up, even to himself, the fact that he doesn't want to give up his power as Archbishop.
What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught?
This is also think of how they went after a female dragon. not a male dragon. And think of all the misogynistic crap in this society, even though we have seen female warriors. There's a lot to do there with the patriarchy of a religion such as this, which is ironic given that Hydaelyn, their primary god, is a woman. And yet the misogyny is coming from inside the house.
Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
I love how in this sepia tone room only really Emmerich's blue stood out. Is that a pun? Are we talking about how true blue he is?
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
I don't think he's particularly old. I'm pretty sure he's meant to be a young adult. The Elysian equivalent of maybe his early 30s. I can't really blame him for not being prepared in this way.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I've given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
Truly so greedy.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
Yeah, Ishgard already has something of a primal problem, but it's about to kick into high gear. Fortunately, I'm here. Mr. Sagaima, Master Alphino, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Our aid in preventing wherever it is that the Archbishop intends? Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. I should presume to endure from us. Life for death. I will have Sir Zephyrum's heart for what he did to Harshaphon. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. I mean, arguably, Amric and Harshaphon were probably closer, given that they at least partially grew up together in the Temple Knight training stuff. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Momo and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as the guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult, even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught, with peril without it. Yet, walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of the Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Momo, Master Alphino, pray attend me outside. Very well. With me, Momo. I believe we have much to discuss. God, I forgot. I just saw your chat about primals, and I'm like, shit, that's right. There are several we have not fought yet. You see. Where could they be headed? And what does Az's law have to do with it? Ooh, excuse me. In search of the Soleil. Lucia appears to have something to say. The Soleil was... Soleil? I'm just gonna say Soleil. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance that the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Lania informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. Or was, not long ago. The Archbishop has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vana'diel and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Hydaelyn, I just can't. House H has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Momo. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Skysteel Manufactory. I see. Then I'll take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Excuse me. Who else but Master Garland would be willing to deliver us into Vanu territory? I say we go and ask him first. I mean, I could just walk, but why would I do that? So that is two NPCs that I liked quite a lot that are out of the game. First Monbrida, and now Harshaphon. Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately?
You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Sid, have you ever heard of Aziz's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some sort of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Momo, the Ascians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. Into the blue. Alphino must see to one last thing before he departs. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I will join you anon. The only Final Fantasy XIV fanfic I have ever written was a small snippet about, from Kel's point of view, of Hoshafant giving them Coco after they fled from Ul'dah after the banquet. I heard about your man Hoshafant. Sorry for your loss, Momo.
Good to see you again, Momo. It'll be a pleasure to have you aboard the Enterprise again.
The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Pray forgive me my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise.
Hello there, madam. So you know, I'll be available to ferry you back and forth once the chief charts a course. Deputy, President's orders and all that. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise, Momo. Shall we get going?
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizla, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
We'll stay in touch with your Temple Knight friend, don't you worry.
The Enterprise is flying at a moment's notice. Just come running if you roll afoul of something you can't handle. We'll keep the Enterprise here for now, but if you need to head back to Ishgard, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship. Don't worry, we charted a route safe enough for the others to fly, unless that Primal shows up. But what are the odds of that, huh? Sit. Sit, do not jinx us like that. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Momo. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Familiar faces. Alphino has a mind to start searching the blue window. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she'll come to us. We should begin searching the islands in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Oh, sure, it's right there. Use your eyes. So, we were physically unable to get to this area from before. Which bothers me. Which always has bothered me. Hello, kid. Wrong Square game, but, you know, similar vibes. That's sort of the Asians' whole thing. Gods, look at them. So many aisles. So many places to hide. No, we must not lose hope. He's out there, Momo, and we will find him. But I hope Seb is going well, Kit. You search the skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. I was gonna say, Nericon popped on with me, and we unsynced the vault. But also we had to play through the vault. I'm only crying a little, don't worry. Oh, that's not very far. Give me a sec. I'm gonna grab this before I accept that. There you are. I had a feeling. Oh. Are we? No, we're in the Sea of... Oh, I'm missing a thing in the Sea of... in the Churning Mist? Am I? No, I'm not. Never mind. I can fly there. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to go up there anyway, shortly. Let's do the thing. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure.
Begs mercy of netherlings, does not fight, does not wish to die.
Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? I don't think I'm keeping that voice for the Vanu. It's too similar to Mughals. Over there! Imperial troops? Oh, I forgot about this whole section of the situation. Oh, I forgot about this completely. Ishgardians! Seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, Momo, protect the Vanu! Remember, Lord Vana'diel wants him alive. That's an order. Lord Vana'diel? Regular Vana'diel? Hey, hey, hey! Eyes on the meat. What are you doing? You're a disgrace to the 5th. To the 6th. So do these savages. There's no end to them. No weapons to fight netherlings, no desire to die. Why are y'all so tanky? The Carbuncle killed that thing on her own. And so we live to fight another day.
Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death. Showers netherlings with thanks, like summer squall.
Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears netherlings to Cloudsea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Devourer of Worlds. Lanu Vanu would like very much for you to enjoy the hospitality of his village. Lanu Vanu owes you much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcomes you. To village we go, to north. Come, come. So, the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have had the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. I really do love these floaty islands, all the crystal stuffs. I want to believe Vana'diel is sincere in his intentions. Nevertheless, keep your eyes open, Momo. Like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Vana'diel throws wide arms in greeting. Behold, Ukzundu. A far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vundu, I think. Ha! Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon, sound and fury like aimless gale. Eh? What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? That is artillery. There you are. Did you see it? It's that damn flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Where? The white? The plot demands we see it, therefore it has arrived. He's wounded. You just have jinxed it, didn't you, Sid? By the 12! Did the beast just eat that island? Oh, insatiable white! Oh, devourer of worlds! Why must you torment us? Bah! Vana'diel wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, netherlings! Come and break words with Chief of Zandu. When you described it as a flying feathered whale, I naturally assumed you had taken some liberties. It'll take a lot more than Imperial cannons to bring that beast down. Time to talk to everyone as always. If Netherling is ever in need of succor, I drive away beasts with blows furious as summer squall. Okay. The Vundu are one of my all-time favorite beast tribes. I love them so much. I mean, everything about them is delightful. Look at their crystal. Look at their beautiful, perfect crystal. They decorated it. They gave it hats. I just love these guys so much. I love them so much. Netherling comes at perfect time. Watch this young Vana'diel dance thunderously as soaring Sanua. Ukzundu culture is as rich as soil after summer rains. Is there more Netherling would know? What do you do here? Vana'diel is a dance master of Ukzundu. Ensures all no tribe's vibrant dance. Just as falling sediment piles up into Great Mountain, mastery of dance requires practice over many moons. Vana'diel must move arms with grace of leaf which flutters in gentle breeze, and pound feet with ferocity of rolling thunder. Look upon them, Netherling, and know prowess of Ukzundu. Vana'diel feels Netherling's urge to dance rise like welling rain cloud. Very well, Netherling. Very well. Netherling may dance the dance of her people. Just forgive Vanu younglings if they burst into gales of laughter. What kind of place is this? This is Oxundu, means village of Zundu tribe in Vanu Vanu tongue. Gona Vanu know not Netherling's tribe's name, but village is surely glorious. Tribe of Zundu prefers to be relaxed like still clouds on summer day, unlike Vandu tribe, which thrive in storm of chaos and violence. Does Netherling speak with Sonavanu? Like cloud abundant with cleansing rain, Sonavanu's knowledge washes away any questions you have about Zundu tribe. I love you. You're the best. So, and their dance is based on the haka of the Maori folks in New Zealand and whatnot. I love them. On the one hand, I dislike giving traits that are seen in indigenous peoples to non-human characters. But on the other hand, I don't know, I love it so much. I also love these characters I love this tribe. This society, rather. I don't know. I'm too white to weigh in on this. Fish and sea are like stars in heavens, ever bountiful. Then why could you catch none? Oh, the shade. Feast your eyes, Netherling. Flower as beauteous as sunset after first spring rain. None in Oxundu can claim to raise one as splendid. Oh, this flower? It's very pretty. It looks like it's patterned after those type of gourds, or is it a flower or something? In like Japan, like basically the edge of the vegetable goes like this, and there ends up being like a big red seed or fruit in the middle. Here, I want to see if there's any characters around that I may have missed. Oh, probably not. Actually, I don't have the patience to run over there. Fear not the kites, nor the sprites. As Netherling takes shelter to stay dry from rain, I make others feel the pain. Dance of Oxundu as precious as rising sun that gives nourishment of light. Does Netherling's village have dance as well? Actually, canonically, I'm pretty sure that the Lalafels that live on islands near Vilbrand have the Hawaiian dances. Or at least they did as per a summer event a few years ago. So the answer is actually yes, because Kel's family, or Momo's related to Kel, and Kel's family is from there. Netherling, if stomach growls like looming storm, Cloud, just tell Hinuval. Oxundu home to countless tasty bugs, and Hinuvali great cook. I love you. Zundu sell it. Zundu fix it. Oh, sorry, Nico. Gales of laughter raining down like hail big as stones. Oh, Netherling, what Gadu Vanu thinks of brother's failures, mine turns to dark places. I think this maybe is a good place to end it for tonight, just because I feel like once I talk to this character, we're going to get into at least 1 or 2 cutscenes, and we're coming up on this next ad break, so I think I'm going to cut it here. But thank you so much for joining me, and Nericon, thank you for joining me on stream. That was a ton of fun, just getting to mow down a bunch of thingos. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This has been a lot of fun. Saturday after work, I'll be doing some more Power Wash Sim 2, and then new schedule should be up on Sunday. who do we want to go ahead and say hi to tonight? We've got someone doing Subnautica 2 early access, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, the new Pokemon Legends game. Epo, hello Flame. I am about to head out for the night, but thank you for coming in and saying hi. I was just trying to determine who I want to send it over to today, because a lot of folks are streaming and I'm not sure who to say hi to. I could send it over to Subnautica, yeah. I also haven't rated Sam in a long time. Might as well say hi to Sam. They're a very excellent being. But yeah, guys, thank you again so much for coming by and keeping me company. This was a lot of fun. I was really happy to get through as much MSQ as we did, even if I am eternally brokenhearted over Haurchefant. But you want to see you want to Sammy. I do. Alright, let's go ahead and say hi to Sam, but okay, well, let me back up. Thanks again for joining me today, guys. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. Let's go say hi to Sam.